Hi, welcome to this video. Let's talk about how to cut through spot welds. Cutting out spot welds can be frustrating and expensive unless you have the right tools and you know the tricks of the trade. A great tool for the job are the Blair spot weld cutters. They are a high quality product, meaning the teeth don't break easily, and they are made right here in the US of A. Of course, that does not mean teeth will not break. Anyone who's been in the business for any length of time knows it's going to happen. Okay, let's talk strategy. Looking at these drill bits by Irwin, we see they are not ordinary drill bits. They have a 135-degree split point that prevents the dreaded walking. Use this type of bit to make a pilot hole 1/8 of an inch. Now, this is a practical solution to preventing your weld cutter from walking and breaking teeth. Let's take a look how this is done. So every weld is different. There might be some nibs on it, or it might not be totally flat. So first things first, grind it flat. Then make the pilot hole right in the middle with your special no walking drill bit. Alright, even though the weld might look flat, always grind it flat just to make sure. Then take your drill bit and place it right in the center. Next, take the Blair cutter tool and remove the spot weld. Let's change angles to get a better look. Now the Blair tool is spring loaded, so technically you could use a punch to get things started. However, if you do that, it is more likely that the cutter will walk on you, resulting in broken teeth. Just drill a pilot hole, then use the Blair cutter, and you're done. Let's take a look at another one. The next weld up is the same procedure. Grind it flat. This removes any imperfections in the weld. Alright, let's do it again. The next spot weld is directly above the last one. Again, we grind it flat. We do this to make sure there are no imperfections in the weld. Then drill your pilot hole in the center or as close as you can to it. Remember, this is a special bit. It does not walk on you. They are made by Irwin. I don't work for Irwin, I just like the product. We follow up with the Blair cutting tool. I don't work for Blair, I just like their product. Now the speed of the cordless drill is roughly around 2000 RPM. You can feel when you cut past the first layer. This is important because you don't want to cut past the second layer. The reason is obvious, because you need something to weld to. The 1/8 of an inch hole helps the plug weld take hold, but again, you don't want to cut past the second layer. Okay, on to the next one. Grind it flat so your cutter bit does not hit any snags or imperfections. That's no fun, right? Because then it jumps off its target and sometimes you break a tooth. Make your pilot hole once again, then follow up with the cutting tool and you are done. Alright, next is your last step. Take an air hammer cutting bit. Here's an example of a cutter bit from Snap-on. You only have to buy this tool once. It will last a lifetime. Load the bit into the air hammer, get in between the two layers of sheet metal and separate them. Do the same thing on the next spot weld. Then go to the last one, which is already broken, but we get in there to make sure. And we are done. So in review, we used a Blair spot weld cutter. It's a good tool. The teeth will eventually break. That's normal. Always use a pilot hole. 1/8 of an inch is good. It helps keep the cutting tool nice and straight. And don't forget to grind it flat to remove any imperfections in the weld. Well, that's my video. I hope it was informative. I want to thank you for watching.